Hi everyone, my name is Kok Xin and my metric number is 284887. And today I want to present about young adult spending habit and online shopping expenditure in Malaysia. So we move on into the first one, which was introduction. First, background of the study. The background of the study is to investigate into the factor influencing online shopping behavior and expenditure among young adults in Malaysia. The study aimed to understand the impact of spending habit, convenience, and price on the online shopping pattern and expenses of young adults. The digital market in Malaysia has experienced rapid development thanks to every young adult nowadays they are addicted to online. This adult is aged between 18 until 25 years old. In this stage of individual, they are marked as critical developmental activity and this have been proved by many other reports. So we back to the point which was online shopping platforms such as Lazada and Shopee. They had dominated the e-commerce landscape with Shopee being the most visited platform, estimated the sector to be worth around 19 billion US dollar. The factor influencing online purchase vary, with some country having regulation to protect consumer, but these are not work as universal. So we move on to the next one, which was problem statement. So in the dynamic global business landscape, understanding young adult purchasing pattern is challenging due to the exposure to marketing and also electronic purchasing. Poor spending habit, characterized by an inability to regulate money expenses, significant impact the financial well-being of the young adults. So the purchase intention in online shopping is influenced by many factors such as parents, price, personal preference, convenience, and also spending habit. But our focus today is just on the spending habit, convenience, and also price in our report. So firstly, spending habit. Spending habits are shaped by comprehensive financial socialization within families, impacting financial attitude development. Parental engagement increases spending time together and implement rules negatively affect the development of children materialistic viewpoint. And also vanity seeking recognition may explain why some parents encourage unnecessary online purchases. So secondly, we move on to the convenience. Convenience behavior is a significant factor in online shopping expenditure. The internet to grow empower consumers to access information, allow them to choose from various options at competitive price. Online retainers strive to attract and retain royalty through high convenience standard and competitive pricing. So last but not least, price. Price play a crucial role in determining online shopping expenditure. Consumers are inclined toward product or services priced lower, making it a key factor in the amount spent online. As technology evolves rapidly, companies prioritize convenience strategies to attract more customers to their online platform. Understanding the dynamic of spending habit, convenience, and also price is vital for businesses navigating the ever-changing landscape of young adult online shopping behavior. And now we move on to the next one, which was research question. The first one is what is the relationship between spending habit and online shopping expenditure among young adults in Malaysia? The second one is there a relationship between convenience affecting young adults online shopping expenditure? And third one is how do the prices of the item affecting young adults online shopping expenditure? And last but not least, are there any differences in spending and income between gender? And we continue to the next one, which was research objective. So the first objective is to identify the relationship between young adult spending habit and their online shopping expenditure. Secondly, to identify the variable affecting young adult online shopping expenditure. The third one is to identify whether the price affect young adult online shopping expenditure. So we move on to the significance of study. So our study on young adult spending habit and online shopping expenditure in Malaysia is significant because it shed light on the growing trend of online shopping among young adults in Malaysia. by examining the relationship between prices, convenience, and also spending habit in online shopping expenditure. We aim to identify the determinants that impact the expenditure pattern of young adults when it comes to online purchasing. Our study will contribute to the advancement of consumer behavior related theories, model, and also framework. And it will be useful for researchers who plan on conducting later tests or further study concerning purchase intention. Additionally, our finding will be beneficial for businesses and marketers targeting young adult consumers in Malaysia, and it will provide insight into the influence of price on their online platform and purchase decision. Overall, our study will help young adults make informed decisions and evaluate whether price enhances their overall buying experience. So we move on to the next one is the literature review. The literature review provides a comprehensive overview of the factors influencing young adult on online shopping expenditure in Malaysia. It covers the definition and influencing factor of spending habit, convenience, and also online shopping expenditure, as well as the theoretical framework and hypothesis development. The study aimed to determine the relationship between spending habit, convenience, and also online shopping expenditure among young adults in Malaysia. So the first one, according to Sudra Kumar, the spending habit is a pattern of practice of allocating money in relation to different situations, people, places, need, and desire. It refers to the decision people make about their spending, such as how much money they will spend on usury and needed. Meanwhile, the study of spending habit. The spending habit are defined as how they use their available fund as well as fund from credit and debit card to fulfill their need and desire. Every student does not have a consistent or specific way of spending. So we move on to the next point, which was the convenience. According to website dictionary, convenience is defined as thing that increase comfort or reduce work, a helpful, beneficial, handy device, article, or services. Convenience is a feature that lessens the effort of duration needed to do a task, making it simple or helpful for someone. So we move on to the study of convenience. According to Mollers S.L. So the convenience is a feature of the marketplace that help young adults save time and effort, which make it easier for consumers to get what they needed. So last but not least, online shopping expenditure. We separate it. So the online shopping refer to the act of making purchases of goods and services via the internet. Expenditure is the term used to describe the expenses involved in generating revenue if they do not constitute an asset. The study of it is online consumer may quickly peruse by visiting the website, selecting the good and making their purchases without having to physically visit the store. So we move on to the next one, which is theoretical framework. So in the independent variable, we have gender, age, ethnicity, religion, source of income, frequency of spending, type of product, spending habit, convenience, and also price. And all of this will affect our dependent variable, which was online shopping expenditure. Yeah, so we move on to the next one, which was literature gap. Literature gap is saying that the previous study related to online shopping behavior among young adults in Malaysia have some limitation or gaps in their research. Specifically, some study did not involve the detail of the demographic of young adults in Malaysia. So, for example, according to Mokhtar M 2020, the study focused on insight into online shopping behavior among young adults in Malaysia. But a critical perspective is without involving the detail of demographic of young adults in Malaysia, which are the ethnicity, religion, frequency of spending in online shopping, and also type of product during online spending. Beside that, the study of Muniadi R in 2014 also investigate the factor influencing consumer behavior among university students in Malaysia. But a critical viewpoint is without the important factor which are convenience and also price level. So in my study, we are aim to fulfill this gap in the literature by investigate the relationship between spending habit, convenience, and price on young adult online shopping expenditure in Malaysia, while also considering the demographic of young adult in Malaysia. By doing so, my study will provide a more comprehensive understanding of the factor that influence young adult online shopping behavior in Malaysia. So we move on to the next one is model specification. The model specification for our report is young adult online shopping expenditure, which represent by Y equal to gender beta 1 plus age beta 2, ethnicity beta 3 plus religion beta 4 plus type of product beta 5 plus frequency of spending beta 6 plus source of income beta 7 plus spending habit beta 8 plus convenience beta 9 plus price beta 10. So the next one is the RQ. The first RQ, what is the relationship between spending habit and online shopping expenditure among young adults in Malaysia? The method method used is multiple regression analysis. So the next one is there a relationship between convenience affecting young adult online shopping expenditure? We also use multiple regression analysis. The third one is how do the price of the item affect young adult online shopping expenditure? Yeah, we also use multiple regression analysis. Last but not least, are there any differences in spending and income between gender? We are using summary statistic to describe the answer. So we move on into 4.1, and this table one is represented by summary statistic. So in our study, we aim to investigate the relationship between spending habit, convenience, and also price on young adult shopping expenditure in Malaysia. Our findings show that there is a positive relationship between spending habit and also online shopping expenditure among young adults. The spending habit, which include vanity, low level of financial conscientiousness, low knowledge of financial planning, low level of parent influence on the knowledge of saving, and also income level influence our power of purchase. All this element was counted as spending habit. We can see there was significant between spending habit between total expenditure of male and female in online shopping, where the p-value showed that 0.026, which was lower than 10%. This suggests that young adults who have a higher tendency to spend money are more likely to spend more on online shopping. We also found that there is a negative relationship between convenience and young adult online shopping expenditure. This means that young adults who prioritize convenience in their online shopping behavior are less likely to spend more money on online shopping. Furthermore, our study revealed that the price of the item have a positive relationship with young adult online shopping expenditure. This suggests that young adults are willing to spend more money on online shopping when the price of the item are higher, which we can know that sometimes they hold some promotion and this attract them to buy more. So lastly, we found that there are different in spending and income between genders. Specifically, our results show that the male spend more money on online shopping compared to female. In table 1, show that the mean of online shopping expenditure for female is 510 ringgit Malaysia 0.34 cent. Meanwhile, the mean of online shopping expenditure for male is 533 ringgit Malaysia 0.68 cent. The p-value of the online shopping expenditure is 0.613. This indicates that there are no significant differences in expenditure between gender. Overall, our study provides insight into the factor that influence young adult online shopping behavior in Malaysia, which can be useful for businesses and marketer targeting this demographic. So now we move on to the next discussion in Table 2. Table 2 represents the marginal effect of spending habit, convenience, price, gender, religion, source of income, frequency of spending in online shopping, and the type of product on young adult online shopping expenditure in Malaysia. The data was analyzed by using a linear regression model for M1 and a log model to linear for M2 to understand the impact of this variable on online shopping expenditure. Yeah, the summary of the Table 2 for M1 is the table provide insight into the factor influence young adult online shopping behavior in Malaysia. It showed the marginal effect of various variables on online shopping expenditure. In the category of convenience, there were elements such as no need to deal with others. Online shopping allowed me to buy goods at any time and anywhere. Online shopping could save energy, able to purchase products that are not available at nearby retail store. Online shopping can save more time compared to physical shopping. Easy and fast payment, and buying the good through online shopping platform can avoid traffic jam. The p-value of convenience show that it is less than 0.05, which means it has a significant but in a negative relationship. This is because the coefficient for convenience is in M1 is negative 103.219. For instance, it indicates that convenience has a significant negative relationship with online shopping expenditure, suggesting that young adults who prioritize convenience in their online shopping behavior tend to spend less. Additional, it highlights the impact of different types of product on online shopping expenditure, such as clothing, electronic, provide valuable insight for businesses and marketing targeting these product categories. In M1, the gender of meal also shows significant positive relationship between meal and total expenditure, which the p-value was less than 10%. We can know that the meal is likely to spend more in online shopping. Overall, the data in Table 2 offer valuable insight into the factor influencing young adult online shopping expenditure in Malaysia, which can be used to inform marketing strategy as business decision. And last but not least, other than that, for M2, the coefficient of convenience is negative 0.188 with p-value of less than 5%. This shows that it has a statistically significant negative relationship with the total expenditure. This indicates that the element of convenience at the last three or four question does not really affect the total expenditure. Next, employer in the category of source of income, which is a coefficient of 0.5 or 504 and the p-value of less than 5%. This means that having an employer as a source of income is associated with a higher percentage increase in total expenditure. In M2, both clothing and electronic are the same as M1, which was statistically significant negative relationship with total expenditure. This indicates that both buying clothes and electronic is allocated with lower percentage increase in total expenditure respectively. The coefficient of clothing is negative 0.261 and its p-value is lower than 5%, while the coefficient of electronic is negative 0.338 and the p-value is lower than 10%. So we move on to the last part, which was conclusion. So the conclusion in this session, we will summarize the key finding and implication of our study on the relationship between spending habit, convenience, and the price on young adult online shopping expenditure in Malaysia. So our study found that there is a positive relationship between spending habit and online shopping expenditure among young adults in Malaysia. This suggests that young adults who have a tendency to spend more money in general also tend to spend more money on online shopping. We also found that there is a negative relationship between convenience and young adult online shopping expenditure. This means that young adults who prioritize convenience in their online shopping behavior tend to spend less. Furthermore, our study revealed that the price of items have a positive relationship with young adult online shopping expenditure. This indicates that young adults are willing to spend more money on items that are priced higher. We also found that there are differences in spending and income between genders, with male spending more money on online shopping compared to female. So, policy implication. The finding of our study have important implication for businesses and marketers target young adults in Malaysia. By understanding the impact of spending habit, convenience, and price on online shopping expenditure, businesses can tailor their marketing strategy and product offering to better target young adult in Malaysia. For example, business can focus on offering products that are priced higher and emphasize the convenience of their online shopping platform to attract young adults who are willing to spend more money on online shopping. Other than that, they can also implicate for consumer education program and digital payment security by increasing awareness of responsible spending habit and online shopping practice. Consumer educate program can help young adults make informed decisions and avoid overspending. Additionally, support digital payment security can help protect young adults from online fraud and also encourage responsible online shopping behavior. But and also the limitation for my study is our study provide valuable insight into the factor that influence young adult shopping behavior in Malaysia, but there are some little limitation in our study. For example, our sample size were relatively small because we are only collecting 60 people or respondent in our report, which may limit the generalizability of our finding. Future research could address this limitation by using a larger sample size and exploring additional factors that may influence online shopping behavior. For example, future research could compare physical shopping expenditure to online shopping expenditure and examine the impact of social media on the online shopping behavior. Conclusion, our study provide valuable insight into the factor that influence young adult online shopping behavior in Malaysia by understanding the impact of spending habit, convenience, and also price on online shopping. Expenditure business and marketer can tailor their marketing strategy and provide offering to better target young adult in Malaysia. Additionally, consumer education program and digital payment security can help promote responsible online shopping behavior among young adult.